You know, when I was away for more than I'd ever been because of these missions, what happened here was it didn't get weaker, it got strong. Because what happened is Joe Rose had to do more than he has done before. Everybody, then someone had to fill Joe's spot. Someone had to fill the next spot, next spot, next spot. Everybody filled in. And what happened is people who were just getting ministered to started ministering. And that's how it happens. When you go higher, you must become more a servant. That's how you go higher. You become more a servant, which is good. In order to go higher, you know what you say? Who's the greatest of you? The one who is the most servant of all of you. Less on your needs met. You know, if you're ascending a mountain, there's less people above you as you go higher, and there's more below. Meaning there's more you minister to, less who minister to you. You know, people say, oh, sometimes people say, as it's grown, I mean, the one thing, I remember when there was just a few and I could always, but now, it's harder to talk to the leaders. You should have been growing with it. You should have been going up the mountain with it, and you still would be, but you need to be ministering to those people. You understand? We're all to grow. And so as you grow, how do we grow in the physical? You reproduce, you have children, and children, and children, and children. You don't stay a child. So as you grow in the Lord, what happens is as you first minister to, then more and more you're ministering to others. And everyone goes up the mountain. That's how it happens. That's how it happens. How do you ascend the mountain? You rise in serving, in being like Him. How do you grow up? When you're a kid, your needs are taken care of. But as you get older, the nurturing is withdrawn. That's how it has to be. You can't act the way you did when you were 2, when you're 30. Although some people do. They manage. But the thing is, you'll never grow up. So the natural course is that. Get involved. I'm not saying this for, I didn't even have it in the message I said, but, I got to say, practical, get involved. If you're not involved in the ministry, get involved. If you're not part, get part. If it's not here, get somewhere, but you got to be growing. We're going up. Get involved. Be a member. Be part. Be a part of God's purposes. Go out. Step out. The higher you go up the mountain, the closer you must stay to the rock, the closer you have to stay to the ground that you're attached to. The higher God lifts you, the more humble you must become. Because the big thing that Satan has for mountain climbers is to get them puffed up. We must remain humble. We must become humble. I remember when the calling first came to me when I was graduating college, and it was a night, and there was a prophecy given that has come true in ministry. But first, before something was said, there was a message all about warning. God uses you. God wants to use you. I mean, it was to everybody, but I knew God was saying, be careful. If I lift you up, you better stay humble. The day that I got my ministry license, I remember the day that, and it wasn't just the day. It was the moment just within, like, as the person was handing it to me, because it was after a service, and so the news about Jimmy Swaggart falling came. That same, as the guy who was talking about it, who was giving me the license. It was and I took that as a warning. Warning. God gives you much, much is required. Stay humble, and God will keep lifting you up. God will lift you up. The problem is, see, often when you get lifted up, you start judging other people for not being as spiritual as you. And then you lose it. When you start getting, Satan wants to attack your gifts. He wants to attack everything that God uses, and so he makes you prideful over them.
To find out how you can receive more of Jonathan's teachings, to receive special free gifts, or get in touch, go to hopeoftheworld.org or call toll-free 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's hopeoftheworld.org or call 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's 1-800-937-4821. You can also get more at Jonathan Cahn's Facebook page or write us direct at Hope of the World, Box 1111, Lodi, New Jersey 07644, USA.